Hello, Anashe, and welcome back to Let's Read Ancient Magical Spells. And this time I would like to read to you a love spell from the Greek magical papyri, also called PGM. And those PGMs there are varied papyri written in ancient Greek about magical practices, and they're written on papyri not only because basically the big witch school was in ancient Egypt, this was a very magical society, but also because because it was a combination of traditions. This is really showing us that the way people conceived of magic in ancient times was a very syncretized thing. Someone could worship the Hebrew god Anubis and Hecate at the same time and incorporate them for a spell, showing true signs of paganism. It wasn't like a separated thing which each culture kept his own, and the spells are very complex. And this translation is coming from the Greek magical papyri in translation, including the Demotic Spells, second edition. This is the volume 1 text with updated bibliography, and it's edited by Hans Dieter Betz. This is it. This is the book. For those of you loving historical magic and would really like to understand how the Golden Dawn and Thelema and all the, and basically how modern magic was born, those spells were highly influential. And I'm reading from the 4th papyri, lines 1046 until 1095. Love spell of attraction over Muir is offered, and you should incant this while offering is over coals. Recite the spell. And let me show it to you. You could probably pause and read it yourself, but I doubt that my camera is good enough. Okay. And this is from page 67. And I will read this to you, and then I will do a little bit of analyzation, okay? Spell. You are Muir, the bitter, the difficult, who reconciles combatants, who sears and who forces those to love who do not acknowledge Eros. Everyone calls you Muir, but I call you flesh-eater and inflamer of the heart. I am not sending you to far off Arabia, I am not sending you to Babylon, but I am sending you to her. And there is like an NN like name of the one to be enchanted, whose mother is NN, and so that you may serve me on the mission to her, so that you may attract her to me. If she is sitting, let her not keep sitting. If she is chatting with someone, let her not keep chatting. If she is gazing at someone, let her not keep gazing. If she is going to someone, let her not keep going. If she is strolling about, let her not keep strolling. If she is drinking, let her not keep drinking. If she is eating, let her not keep eating. If she is kissing someone, let her not keep kissing him. If she is enjoying some pleasure, let her not keep enjoying it. If she is sleeping, let her not keep sleeping. Rather, let her hold me and alone in her mind. Let her desire me alone. Let her love me alone. Let her do all my wishes. Do not enter through her eyes or through her side or through her nails or even through her navel or her frame, but rather her soul, and remain in her heart and burn her guts, her breast and her liver, her breath, her bones, her marrow, until she comes to me, and then name of the person to be enchanted, loving me, or until she fulfills all my wishes. Because I abjure you, Muir, by these names: Anacho, Abrasax, Taro, and by the more coercive and stronger name, Kormayof, Ayos, Sabof, Adonai, so that you may carry out my orders. Muir, as I burn you, as I burn you up, and you are potent, so burn the brain of her. And then, who I love, I inflame her, and I turn her guts into her mother, the one that is her mother, this NM. I abjure you by the Marporakurif, Masuri, Namiyare, Payari, Nekuri. And yes, I do understand that you cannot understand the names by me just reading them. You have to get the text and read it by yourself. I throw you into the burning fire and abjure you by the Almighty, Bar Ayo, Zagore, Harsomai, Alaros, and Salaos. I adjure you who strengthened men for life. Heal, great God, O Adonaias, Ehifa, self-gendering, everlasting God, Ayo, Ayoi, Phenos, Finitas, Abrefio, Ayoe, I, who are the hour, Gofrimer, Prabel, Abra, Bracha, Sororem, Fagal. I will skip the rest of the vocab Magike because it doesn't really mean anything to you. Okay? Extract for me her and hen whose mother is an N, to me an N whose mother is an N, on the very day, on the very night, in this hour. Maluf, Perofif, Penyon, I call upon you. Also hold the fire, Prafan, Anoch, Adonai, Ero, Munin, attract her name, attract her to me. Now, immediately, quickly. And say also the spell for all occasions. Okay. So, this spell is it's a long text. It's like an entire page of almost 100 words of this spell. But the practical act is basically burning some mure. You take some mure, you put it on a charcoal, and as it's burning, you abjure the incantation that frees the power of mure into the air, and she cannot escape the air. The air would get to her. So first of all, I think that we can learn from this magical papyri that mure is a very powerful incense for love. And the reason why it's such a powerful incense for love comes from the myth of Mirha and Aphrodite. Basically, Mirha was a princess that disrespected Aphrodite according to ancient Greek myth. And Aphrodite casted a spell on her that made her fall in love with her father. And after she got her father drunk after a great ground hole, and she had incestuous sex with him and became pregnant, she escaped him as he was chasing her. And Artemis, taking pity of her, turned her into the myrrh tree. And eventually the myrrh tree was pregnant, and Artemis also sent a pig to break the tree, and from the trunk came out Adonis, the fairest man of them all, that we know his story. Anywho, since Mirha was cursed by Aphrodite, her blood contains the love spell of Aphrodite, which can be used to ensorcel others into being. Also, myrrh is, in some direction, is under Saturn, and Saturn is a binding planet. You put stuff together, you glue it together, so it's a good something that contains both love and binding. It's an excellent love herb, okay? Now, the text itself is very long and very much beyond the scope of just analyzing it in here. But you see the mention of the god Eros. You also see there is Adonai and Adonis together as Adonaias. And you can see that basically they were trying to pick up all the sacred powers from all cultures and put them together as something that is like universally powerful. And all the voke magike, the magical words that, don't have really meaning by themselves, they could be considered to be the key to the egregor. They are like the initiated key that allows one to access the hidden powers of both love and the myrrh. So if you're like casting a love spell with myrrh, burning it or not, it would be very useful to use this voco magica, especially if you get them to open that egregor of love and accessing that power, which was a very high belief in Neoplatonism that was very much described in this spell that basically is very simple in action but very complex in beauty. So what do you think about this spell? Is it interesting? Is it something that you would use? Is it something that you wouldn't use? Would you take elements of it and incorporate it in your own craft? I would like to hear it. Please leave a comment and subscribe if you find such things interesting. Also, I would like to say I was about to do a video about Greek cursing tablets, because some people are saying not real witches are not hexing. And I started reading about them, and it's so interesting. I have so much to read about this and learn before I actually get to the cursing tablets. And this spell is very similar in form and shape, in the sense that the way the text is written, the way the text, the binding is being casted is very similar to the curse tablet. And you can compare it in the next few weeks when I make my second serving of Let's Read Ancient Spells. If you have any questions, anything to say about this, please post this below and I will try and comment. And thank you for watching. Goodbye and a share, and happy Purim to all.